Hey love, so today we're going to talk about the new Colourpop Jelly Much shadows. I have used them for the first time today and I have swatched them and played with them a little bit and I am obsessed. Obsessed. They are so cool. I have two of them on my lid right now. We're going to go through, we're going to talk about it. I'm going to put in a little clip of me applying them. And I'm also going to just like swatch them and talk about them and tell you all the things I like about them. And if there's anything I don't like about them, I'm going to tell you that too. Alright, so before we get into the video, please subscribe if you have not already. I upload videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday here on my channel. Alright, let's get into it. Okay, so this is some of the info that came along with them. So let's see, it says our newest high impact one swipe intensity long wearing shadow. She's super shock shadow's little sis and wants all the attention. Packed with light reflecting 3D pearls and an intensely saturated look with chrome, duochrome, and holographic finishes. Get the look of a wet shadow application without bringing out the brush and spray. This water-based formula saturates the pigment for immediate intense color on application. Alright, so they launched on August 16th, so they're already all out if you want to check any of them out. It says for the most high impact pigmentation, apply with your fingers. I used the brush and look at this pigment on that lid. You see that? Crazy. But I did tap one of them on with a fingertip, so you'll see in the video. For more precise application, use a small shader brush, which is what I did. Blends effortlessly with fingers or a brush. All right, I believe there are 8 shades. I don't think you're ready for this. Alright, so I already somehow lost the box to Foxes. We're just going to jump in and start swatching them. Foxes is probably already my favorite. It's just so pretty. It's like a burnt orange with like a gold reflect. I am just obsessed. So they do come with this little topper that says keep me. So what I've been doing is I just take the little top off and I kind of carefully set it in the lid. I did get a little bit on my fingers, so these are a little bit messy, but it just depends. It just depends on how you like. Taking that little top off is messy, but the actual application is obviously not messy at all because they are a kind of cream shadow. I do have a little swatch still on my hand. Once they are on, they do not come off. So we are going to swatch this one. So I've just been putting the lid in there, and I've been using a brush personally, just because I find it easier for me. I feel like the pigment is just as intense. So right there is Foxes. It is so beautiful. Look at that. They are so reflective. It applies so easily. This is just a cheap brush from Amazon. I just was able to kind of carve out that crease, which you'll see. I'll insert that footage now so you guys can see me applying this shade on my lid. If you want the full tutorial, this full tutorial is on my channel, or going to be on my channel. Once it's up, I'll link it down below. How about that? So I've heard people saying that they kept their lid closed for it to dry. I have hooded lids, and I didn't even have to leave my lid closed for very long. I think by the time I like took the amount of time to blend it out and place it on the lid the way I wanted it, that was all it needed. It dries really quickly, so you do have to work quick, but it also layers really nicely. So I would just start with a little and work your way up because it's much easier to add than to take away. So this one I clearly have used on the lid, and so far I'm loving it. I honestly, when I first saw these, I was like, I really don't need those. I don't know. And then I was like, okay, I'll probably order a couple. And I didn't think I needed them until I watched J-Kiss's video on them. And I was just like, she makes anything look amazing though. Like, this next one is Origami. This is the one that I have tapped on top of Foxes. And then this one is like a yellow gold. I was drawn most of these ones. I don't know why. I just am. Look at that reflection, girl. So reflective, so pigmented, and again, I'm just using a brush. Next we have Half Moon, which looks like a hot pink. Oh, it looks like a hot pink from the bottom, but it's more of like a deep purpley burgundy. Maybe I should look up I'm gonna do that for you guys. I'm gonna pull up the Colourpop website because then I can give you more accurate information. Half Moon is described as a duochrome plum with a frosty green and blue flip. Okay, this one doesn't look as reflective. Like you can see the top two are just crazy reflective. It is reflective, but I'm not seeing quite as much of a reflect to this one. It's very pretty, don't get me wrong, and I do see that duochrome to it, but it's not super intense. So Jammin is described as a metallic soft gold. Like I see the jelly aspect, but I feel like they're like a mousse. Like that looks like a mousse to me. Let me see. So you can see it just looks like a mousse to me. Oh, I'm so scared I'm gonna drop that. Some seem to be easier to pick up with a brush than others. Like the first two I was able to just dip them in, and this one's a little more of a like pasty, but this would make the most beautiful highlight, you guys. Look at that. That's gorgeous. I live for it. I live for it. Oh, Colourpop, you're good. Just making sure this is like pushed all the way down in there because I don't want them to dry out. Short Circuit is described as a metallic bronze copper. Oh, you guys, it's beautiful. Again, that one's not as reflective. I feel like the darker ones are not as reflective. I just feel like these top two, they've just stolen my heart. Maybe I'm just into it right now. I don't know. Ooh, I don't even know. You can see the duochrome before even taking it out of the package. This one is Once and Floral. Once and Floral is described as a metallic bright pinky copper, which sounds like right up my alley. Okay, I feel like you only really need one of these. Like maybe once it dries, you'll be able to see more of a difference. They are quite similar, but I mean, they're not, don't get me wrong. This one is much more berry and this one's much more like bronzy copper, but I live for a duochrome, you know? How many? We got two more. Okay, Half Moon. Now that Half Moon has dried, it's got my heart. Now you really see that duochrome flip, which is cool to know that once it dries, it is there. Half Moon was right underneath Fox's, that middle one right there. At first I was like, it's okay. But now seeing that flip, yeah, I'm a little more sold now. Bungalow is the one that I've heard quite a few people have issues with. More than one person has said that it's just not quite as pigmented as the other. This one is described as a vibrant peacock teal. Again, this is Bungalow, so let's see. It looks so pretty in the pot. I can see what they're saying. As I move the brush, you kind of see, even though there's a ton still on the brush, like there's a ton, I probably got the most of this one. And even with that, I can see the transparency. I just kind of put it all over my hand. I'm sorry, guys. But I don't know if you'll be able to see. See how you can't really see through the other ones, but you can see my skin and streaks through this one. So maybe just a little more pigment on that one. I feel like if I mix this one with Half Moon, so Bungalow and Half Moon, I think it's going to be really beautiful. I might actually do that right over here. It is more sheer. Yeah, it's just, that one just is the least strong out of all of them so far. See, that makes that's really pretty, those two mixed together. Again, it's that awkward swatch right there that I like to do. Why do I put swatches in the weirdest of places? I don't even know. We've got one left. We have Ventura left. This one is a holographic opal with a violet duochrome flip. This one again is Ventura. I think this one's going to be a really beautiful highlight as well. If you guys have used these as a highlight, highlight yet, let me know. Let a girl know. Right here is Ventura. Again, those two seem to be the least pigmented of the bunch. They're all really beautiful. Let me see. There are all of the swatches, and there's my weird hybrid down here that I have created. All right, do I think these guys are worth it? Again, these ones are $8 each. I feel like these little pots are gonna last you a really long time. So my number one is Fox's. I love Origami. I really like Half Moon. I really like Jammin. Pretty much those top four are my favorites personally. Short Circuit is really beautiful as well. I think these are really cool. I would definitely say at least try out one if you're curious because I was pleasantly surprised. I really like them a lot. All right, loves, so I think that is everything. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And if you want more Colourpop videos, I'll try and be sure to leave my Colourpop playlist down below. I do have quite a few Colourpop videos here on my channel. Please subscribe if you have not already. It helps me out so much. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Colourpop.com I like to throw things on the floor. It's cool. This is described as, my nails are horrendous. Horrendous. I brought a paper towel down today, guys. I did something. I remembered something. I feel like this one's going to be really... Don't knock over my coffee. Sir? Sir? Oh, crap. Hold on. Do not trust the baby boy. He's trouble. Oh, the cutest kind. Not a girl, no. Why am I like this? I really just wish I knew. Why am I the worst? Yes, that's right. Right?